Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Okay, we are from 6th group. We will present about the materials. The materials is Romanticism Era. Before we study, let's pray Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The first material about how was the Romanticism history start, yang akan disampaikan langsung oleh Fitri Rahmawati. Waktu dan tempat saya persilahkan.
Lyrical ballad is a turning point in literary history. William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge presented and illustrated a liberating aesthetic. Poetry should express, in genuine language, very unscripted personal emotion and imagination, the truth experience was to be found in nature. Most romantics can be said to be deeply progressive in their views, but a considerable number also developed a wide range of conservative views, and nationalism was in many countries strongly associated with Romanticism. As discussed in the tale below, in philosophy and the history of ideas, Romanticism was seen by Isaiah Berlin as disrupting for over a century the classic Western tradition of personality and the very idea of moral absolute and absolute values, leading to something like the melting away of the very notion of objective truth, and hence not only to nationalism, but also fascism and totalitarianism, with a gradual recovery coming only after the catastrophe of World War II. Nah, jadi lirik ballad ini sebagai titik balik atau sebagai turning point dalam sejarah sastra. Nah, tokoh seperti William Wordsworth dan Samuel Taylor Coleridge menyajikan dan mengilustrasikan estetika tentang kebebasan, di mana puisi harus diungkapkan dan memiliki gaya bahasa yang asli. Lalu pengalaman bagaimana disaring melalui emosi dan emosi pribadi. Pengalaman yang paling benar bisa ditemukan di alam. Kebanyakan syair-syair romantis dapat disajikan atau dapat dikatakan sebagai suatu keprogresifan secara luas dalam pandangan mereka. Tetapi sebagian besar selalu mengembangkan berbagai pandangan konservatifnya dan nasionalisme di beberapa negara yang sangat terkait dengan romantisisme. Seperti dibahas secara rinci di bawah ini. Dan dalam filsafat dan secara kebebasan, romantisisme dipandang oleh Isaiah Berlin sebagai pengganggu selama lebih dari seabad. Tradisi klasik barat tentang rasionalitas dan gagasan tentang kemutlakan moral dan nilai-nilai yang disepakati dengan mengarah kepada sesuatu seperti mencarinya gagasan tentang kebenaran objektif. Dan oleh karena itu, tidak hanya rasa nasionalisme, tetapi juga fasisme dan totalitarianisme dengan pemulihan bertahap datang hanya setelah katarsis Perang Dunia Kedua.
The next material is characteristic of Romanticism. There are 5 characteristics. The first is interest in the common man and childhood, and then strong sense, emotion and feelings, and then awe of nature, and then celebration of the individual, and the last is importance of imagination. Okay, I will describe about this material. The first is interest in the common man and childhood. It is a romantic belief in the natural goodness of human, which is hindered by the urban life of civilization. They believe that the savage is noble, childhood is good, and the emotion inspired by both beliefs cause the heart to soar. And then the second is strong sense, emotion, and feelings. Romantics believe that knowledge is gained through intuition rather than deduction. This is best summed up by Wordsworth, who stated that all God poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. And then the third is awe of nature. Romantics stress the awe of nature in art and language, and the experience of sublimity through a connection with nature. Romantics reject the rationalization of nature by the previous thinker of the Enlightenment period. The fourth is celebration of the individual. Romantics often elevate the achievement of the misunderstood heroic individual outcast. And the last is importance of imagination. This is romantics legitimize the individual imagination as a critical authority. Thank you.
William Wordsworth is the chief representative of the Romantic movement. He belongs among the 5 or 6 greatest English poets. William Wordsworth was born in Cockermouth, near Lake District, and in the peace and the beauty of this country, he found inspiration for his poetry. In the preface to the Little Ballad, Wordsworth described Romanticism as the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings which take its origin from emotion recorded in tranquility. It started with literature expressed in genuine language, exploring aspects of personal emotion and imagination. The truth experience was to be found in nature. Nah, jadi William Wordsworth ini merupakan seorang kepala perwakilan dari Romantic Movement. Dia termasuk dalam 5 atau 6 seorang penyair terbesar di Inggris. Si William Wordsworth ini sendiri lahir di Cockermouth, yaitu di dekat daerah pertelagaan. Dan dia hidup dengan keadaan damai dan keindahan di negerinya. Nah, dia juga menemukan inspirasi untuk puisinya. Pada kata pengantar syair puisinya, yaitu Little Ballad, Wordsworth mengabarkan bahwa romantisisme itu sebagai luapan spontan sebuah perasaan yang kuat yang bersumber dari emosi yang terkumpul dalam suatu ketenangan. Dia juga menegaskan bahwa puisi itu harus diekspresikan dengan bahasa yang asli serta pengalaman sebagaimana disaring melalui emosi dan imajinasi manusia itu pribadi. Nah, pengalaman yang paling bisa ditemukan dan pengalaman yang paling benar itu bisa ditemukan di keadaan alam kita. William Wordsworth was one of the extreme romanticists. For him, the natural world was as real as his real world. The bulk of his writing consists of stories of poetic books in verse and prose, works in part of genius but of unbalanced genius, uncultured and unintelligible. His great poems, some of them composed when he was no more than 13 years old, are of high quality. One of their famous quality is the mysterious joy and beauty of the world. adalah sometimes touched. It is true, as in the tiger, with the nature consciousness of the wonderful and terrible power behind all the beauty. Nah, jadi si William Blake ini merupakan salah satu ekstrim romantikus yang ada di dunia. Baginya, dunia material sama nyatanya dengan dunia aslinya. Nah, bagian besar tulisannya terdiri dari rangkaian kitab kenabian yang ditulis dalam bentuk sajak, prosa, yang sebagian bisa dikatakan sebagai karya yang jenius, tetapi jenisnya tidak seimbang dan hampir tidak dapat dipahami. Nah, lirik puisinya, beberapa di antaranya dibuat ketika dia tidak lebih dari umur 13 tahun dan memiliki kualitas yang sangat bagus. Salah satu kualitas yang paling dia kedepankan adalah tentang kegembiraan dan keindahan dunia yang sangat misterius. Kegembiraannya kepada yang disentuh memang benar seperti dalam karyanya yang berjudul The Tiger yang menjelaskan tentang kematangan kesadaran dan kekuatan yang luar biasa dan mengerikan di balik semua keindahan yang ada di dunia.
And then St. Coleridge were part of a group known as the Lake Poets, who sang the beauty of the Lake District in England and published the lyrical ballads with a preface that acted as the Romantic Manifesto. Coleridge's contribution to the Romantic movement lay in a return to the magical and mysterious. Coleridge wanted poetry to fly in the region of the miracles and customs that, though fantastic, should be acceptable through willing suspension of disbelief for the moment, which constitutes poetic faith. Lord Byron was famous not only as a writer but also as a romantic character, with a life full of excess, huge debts, love affairs, exile, died fighting for the Greeks against the Ottoman Empire, differed from the writer's style of the Cats and Charlie. He was heavily influenced by the satyr and wit from the previous period and infused this his poetry.
Sekian dari kami. Mohon maaf apabila ada kesalahan kata atau mungkin kurang jelas dalam video ini. Nanti bisa langsung ditanyakan di Google Class ya. Ada forum untuk question and answer. Okay. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.